Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is Wyln News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. Wyln News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. I'm Ryan Prosick. The East Union Township Police are investigating a Sunday evening incident that saw a truck stolen from the Humboldt Industrial Park. Officers say that a Kalmar Ottawa truck tractor containing hefty 42-gallon contractor bags was stolen from 63 Green Mountain Road around 9:45 p.m. on Sunday. It was determined through an investigation that the suspect left the truck tractor but took out about 8 pallets of bags, totaling around $10,000. He then loaded a box truck and fled towards Hazleton. If you have any information regarding the incident, you are asked to call East Union Township Police at 570-384-5829. The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce hosted their bi-monthly Women's Luncheon today. The luncheon included 2 guest speakers to inform attendants about breast cancer, and we talked with Dr. Lori Alphonse, Deputy Physician-in-Chief at the Lehigh Valley Topper Cancer Institute, about why this presentation is so important.
Women are affected by breast cancer at all ages, and the 2 biggest risks that any woman has for getting breast cancer are having breasts and living long enough to get it. An additional information point of view that everybody needs to know is a lot of women say, I don't have any breast cancer in my family, I'm fine, when in fact 85% of all breast cancers are environmentally related, meaning the air that she breathed, the food she ate, the water she drank, and the stress she was under.
Dr. Alphonse also informed us about what to look for when it comes to warning signs for breast cancer.
The biggest warning sign is having a screening mammography that finds a small abnormality that can be biopsied. Women should be doing breast self-exams. They know their bodies better than anybody. And having a breast lump is an indication for the need for further testing. It does not necessarily mean she has breast cancer.
We also got the opportunity to talk to Dr. Luke Rodriguez, who is a new addition to the oncology team, who talked a little bit about the topic he presented on today.
So our topic was kind of just looking at the basic history of breast cancer and breast disease, how things have evolved from when they were first documented until kind of how things are transitioning to nowadays being less aggressive and allowing women to still maintain their identity as being women.
President of the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, Mary Malone, hopes that people took some of the great information of this presentation home with them.
So obviously education, connection, and having a phone number that they could reach out to at Lehigh Valley Health Network.
The luncheon took place today at the Sand Springs Country Club in Drums from noon to 1 p.m. Wilkesburg Township Police are investigating a retail theft that took place at Old Navy. Officers say the 2 women pictured stole over $500 worth of clothes from the store. The suspects then left the store without paying for the clothes and fled the area. If you have any information about the crime or the whereabouts of the suspects, you are asked to contact the Wilkesburg Township Police at 570-760-0215. The Helping Hand Society in Hazleton is gearing up for their first annual Fall Festival this Saturday, September 30th. We spoke with Helping Hand Society representative Nicole Warner, who told us a little bit about the organization and why the community should come out and support.
We stay in operations to help typical and non-typical kids with learning disabilities. So it's a great organization, and we do fantastic work. The teachers do, and the staff, and very just proud of them for what we do and help these children. So anything is helpful, whether you attend and you don't attend, to support the Helping Hand Society.
Warner said that the funds raised through the event will be used by the Helping Hand Society to help kids in the community.
All the funds go directly to Helping Hands to help with educational therapeutic services such as speech. The teachers and the therapists work from birth to elementary. We also have helper program on Wednesdays. They could obtain more information about Helping Hands and our services and our classrooms either on social media on the Facebook or our website at helpinghands.com.
The Fall Festival will take place at the Sugarloaf Fire Company located at 95 West Country Road in Sugarloaf. The event will feature food trucks, basket raffles, craft vendors, live music, and youth games. Participants will also have the opportunity to take part in a cornhole tournament starting around 1 p.m.
Oh yeah, the cornhole tournament is something new to Helping Hands as a fundraiser. The prize pool is $2,500. They could people who pre-registration is $50 per team, and they could sign up on Score Julio app. If they have any questions, they could contact me at 951-329-0231. Day of registration, it will be $60 per team.
The Fall Festival will run from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday. Admission to the event is free and open to the public. A woman is wanted for stealing a bicycle at Gabe's department store in Wilkes-Barre. The suspect stole the bike from the victim while he was shopping in Gabe's. The suspect then fled the area. If you have any information regarding the identity of the suspect or any other details, you're asked to call Wilkes-Barre Township Police at 570-606-4791. A woman from Scranton has been arrested on animal cruelty charges. Stephanie Ruzicka was charged after animal control responded to a call of severely neglected animals living in the basement of 316 Taylor Avenue. That is when authorities arrived at the scene to find the animals in deplorable conditions. Along with an alive dog in a cage with a heavy amount of trash, they also found 2 dead puppies with fleas and maggots under them. It is believed the puppies starved to death and that they were approximately 8 to 12 weeks old. Ruzicka has been charged with 2 felony counts of aggravated cruelty to animals and 2 misdemeanor counts of neglect and 2 counts of cruelty. Ruzicka is currently behind bars of the Lackawanna County Prison for lack of bail. Coming up on Wyln News, a new tradition comes to the Bloomsburg Fair. Plus, Pennsylvania State Police warn Carbon County residents about a scam affecting their area. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Jason, and tomorrow's forecast will be partly cloudy.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
High school football is back on WYLN TV 35. You can always count on WYLN for all the action, not just the highlights. This week, the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre traveled to Crestwood to take on the Crestwood Comets. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock with Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, Mike Sosar, and the WYLN sports team. Over the air on 35.1 in Hazleton, 47.1 in Berwick and Bloomsburg, Service Electric Cable Channel 7 and 507, and online at WYLNTV.com.
Welcome back to Wyln News. The Bloomsburg Fair Association has announced the beginning of a new tradition this year at the Bloomsburg Fair. In collaboration with the Office of Robert Ledbetter, the fair will be welcoming veterans and military personnel for their first ever Military Appreciation Day on Wednesday, September 27th at the fair. We spoke with Representative Ledbetter, who told us all about the new tradition.
So the Military Appreciation Day is a very special day where veterans, active and retired military personnel will be given free admission to the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds. We're going to have a military veterans ceremony at the Free Stage at 10:30, and then the first annual Veterans Expo will kick off later that morning behind the Education Building.
The day will also feature National Guard demonstrations at the grandstand at 11:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. Ledbetter said the plan is to continue holding Military Appreciation Days each year going forward at the fairgrounds on the Wednesday of the Bloomsburg Fair. Pennsylvania State Police Troop N is reminding the public to be aware of phone scams in the area. Troopers say a current scam affecting the Carbon County area involves scammers calling and telling residents that a loved one is in trouble and currently in jail. The scammers will then explain that in exchange for cash, the loved one will be released from jail, usually stressing that the resident should not tell anyone because it would be embarrassing for their family. To help protect yourself from becoming a victim of scams, it is recommended to not give out sensitive information over the phone or put money in a mailbox for someone to pick up. It is also recommended to never give remote access to anyone for any of your devices and to trust your instincts when talking on the phone. If someone asks for payment through gift cards or seems suspicious over the phone, it is likely a scam. If you or anyone you know has been a victim of a scam, you should contact law enforcement to have it investigated. The Health Act has been introduced as part of National Telehealth Awareness Week by Representatives Glenn Thompson and Ann Custer. This is a bipartisan bill that will give Medicare reimbursement for telehealth services. Telehealth has been on the rise since the COVID-19 pandemic started, and this will help community health centers and rural clinics continue to provide such services for those that do not have access to internet services. Coming up on Weatherly's News Choice, we recap Monday Night Football on Let's Talk Sports. Plus, we learn about common causes of kitchen fires on this week's Firefighter Spotlight. So stay right here because we'll be right back on WYLN TV.
Contact Pete Casalica for a home and auto quote today.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
F&L Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier. For over 50 years, providing quality products and service to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry top brand manufacturers and guarantee parts and service for your home or business. From new construction to replacement doors, inspections and service calls. F&L Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR. Visit F&L Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township and Schuylkill Haven.
It's the 17th annual Pause for a Cause, Sunday, October 1st, at the Whitetail Preserve in Black Creek Township. Registration begins at 12:30. There's a pet costume contest, blessing for the animals, and then the Canine for a Cure walk and family fun walk at 1:30. Registration is just $15 per dog. Call Mary for more information at 570-401-3970. Pause for a Cause, benefits, safe, supporting autism and families everywhere. It all happens Sunday, October 1st. Come walk with your dog at the 17th annual Pause for a Cause.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
Welcome back to a Tuesday edition of Let's Talk Sports, where we will wrap up Monday Night Football with what was two games that felt similar, with domination from both the Eagles and the Bengals. The score was closer than the game played out in that second matchup between the Rams and Bengals. The Bengals dominated, and the Rams, they got close late, but still, never a chance. And the Eagles felt in control from start to finish against the Buccaneers, which we will start there, as I think me and everyone else are just getting adjusted to the double headers on Monday Night Football. However, that will not happen for at least a while as we go back to the standard one Monday night game. Week 14 as of now is the next doubleheader, but it looks like the Eagles defense put that Tampa Bay offense back to earth, at least just a little bit. We figured that would be the case, but Jalen Carter and company almost pitched a perfect game, with Carter coming up big with a forced fumble. I sit back every day and wonder why teams let us draft him. He has the 5th highest PFF grade in the entire sport, not just his position of defensive tackle, but the entire sport. A draft day steal who landed in the perfect environment, and he played excellent, wreaking havoc on the Buccaneers O-line. I am so excited for his future in Philly, if you cannot tell by the many of times I have talked about him on here. Now, on the other side of the ball, Jalen Hurts looked okay. A couple of errant throws did not help the cause with 2 interceptions, though. This offense really needs to find its rhythm, or else they will start dropping games to the better teams in the league. However, he has some time to iron that out, as the next major test comes in a few weeks against the red-hot Miami Dolphins. It feels like the Eagles are playing C-plus football right now, and they are 3-0. So fans should have nothing to complain about. If this Eagles team starts to click, look out for the rest of the league, because it's not going to be pretty for them, as this defense is still playing at a high level, and all it needs is for the offense to catch up, which I think it will, as we already have the run game going at a high level with new acquisition, DeAndre Swift, who has been excellent in his past 2 appearances with 130 yards on the ground last night after his 175 on the ground last week against the Vikings. He has certainly proven to be a steal for this Eagles team in that draft day trade with the Lions. This team feels like they're almost to the point of clicking. Hurts just needs to get comfortable with his new offensive coordinator, and it'll be smooth sailing from here on out. But the Eagles picked up another win as they won 25-11, which, I mind you, is a scoregami. What is a scoregami, you may ask? Well, I have the answer. It is the first time this score has been registered in the National Football League by any 2 teams. And we actually had another one this weekend with the Dolphins and the Broncos. I cannot remember the last time we had 2 in one weekend. It's not really important, but it is definitely fun to follow nonetheless. Moving on to the second game, we saw the Rams take on the Bengals, and welcome back Jamar Chase, who had his breakout game of the season with 12 receptions and 141 yards. Even with Burrow injured, they still found a way to get it done, 19-16. Not a scoregami, but still a great defensive showing from the Bengals, as Stafford had no time most of the night. This keeps the Bengals' playoffs hopes alive ever so slightly, as they do not drop to 0-3, which is basically an elimination for the most part right there. However, we have to keep an eye on Burrow's leg, because yes, he's getting back to 100%, but who knows if that is the truth that he is telling or he's telling a lie. Only time will tell on that one. A good night of football, and we are only in week 3. This sport just indeed spoils us. But that does it for this edition of Let's Talk Sports. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations, Route 93 in Escapec,
or downtown Hazleton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
F&L Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier, for over 50 years providing quality products and service to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry top brand manufacturers and guarantee parts and service for your home or business. From new construction to replacement doors, inspections and service calls, F&L Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR, visit F&L Doors online at fldoors.com, or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township and Schuylkill Haven.
Two Italian Guys Pizzeria, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
Hey everybody, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, what a story. Laura Bile went to a chiropractor who was not good. He scared her, he hurt her, he used up to her insurance and she didn't get any better. She took the courage to check out our reviews, came and saw us, and what a difference it's been. Tune in, listen to her story.
Welcome back to Fire Talk. I'm joined with Fire Chief Tim Rossman of the Lehigh Lasan Fire Company. Tim, how's it going?
It's going good.
So there's a very important week coming up. It's Fire Prevention Week, so tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, Fire Prevention Week this year's from October 8th to the 14th. And this year they're focusing on cooking fires, which is very important. Fire departments in general respond to a lot of kitchen and cooking fires, and they cause a lot of injuries and damage to property.
Mm-hmm. They definitely do, especially if you're cooking with oil. It's a really big one.
Exactly. Oil fires, flash fires in a pan. A lot of people will panic and they'll throw water on it, and that's absolutely the worst thing you could do. It actually causes more damage and will cause the fire to grow bigger.
So how do you put those out at?
Well, you should have a lid for the pan.
I was making the lid motion.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you should have a lid for the pan and just put it on the top of it if you can do so without getting burned. That's one simple way of doing it. Take it off the fire. Don't pick it up and carry it outside. I personally know somebody that had a pan fire like that and went to carry it outside and dumped the oil all over her arms, and she was burned pretty badly. So that's something you don't want to do. Plus, not only that, you're carrying the fire through your house. That's not a good idea.
A lot of us have been there, not like that, but a lot of us have had fire scares in the kitchen, whether it's oven, stove. So if an oven lights on fire, how do you take care of that? Is that a water one?
Well, you should have, no, absolutely not.
No. See, I've tested you here.
Yeah. You should have some type of a fire extinguisher available in your home. They're not that expensive. You can get a small kitchen one at Lowe's or Walmart for probably $25 or less.
Mm-hmm. And then what do you see the most when you respond to these kitchen fires? What's the most common occurrence?
A lot of it is people putting something on the stove and forgetting about it or whatever, and igniting, and then eventually, they panic. Then the kitchen cabinets are on fire, and eventually it becomes quite the large fire.
Mm-hmm. I think that should be the number one rule: don't leave anything unattended.
Exactly. Never leave, if you're cooking, never leave the stove unattended. Never. I know we all have hectic lives, and it's very easy to just, try to multitask while you're cooking. You got other things going on. So you're running around your house looking for, or doing whatever it is you're doing, and then the next thing you know, you walk back out in your kitchen and everything's on fire. So, and it does happen more often than you think.
Oh yeah, one common slip up. We all have the slip ups, and then you know what, your kitchen's on fire.
Right. So the easiest way, again, is to have a fire extinguisher in your home. You can have a can or a box of baking powder or baking soda, I guess it is. That will put out the fire if you sprinkle it on. If you don't have anything else, take your common kitchen towel, wet it, and lay that over the fire. Once you do that, though, don't take the lid off, don't lift the towel, don't stir it around. You know, the baking powder and all that has to do its job, which is it's going to smother it. If you give it oxygen again by taking that off, it's going to flash back up again.
Certainly a lot of good tips today. I'd like to thank Fire Chief Rossman for joining us today on Fire Talk. Have a good one. If you're just tuning in, here's a recap of our top stories. The East Union Township Police are investigating a Sunday evening incident that saw a truck stolen from the Humboldt Industrial Park. Officers say that a Colmar, Ottawa truck tractor containing hefty 42-gallon contractor bags was stolen from 63 Green Mountain Road around 9:45 p.m. on Sunday. It was determined through an investigation that the suspect left the truck tractor but took out about 8 pallets of bags, totaling around $10,000. He then loaded a box truck and fled towards Hazleton. If you have any information regarding the incident, you are asked to call East Union Township Police at 570-384-5829. The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce hosted their bi-monthly Women's Luncheon today. The luncheon included 2 guest speakers to inform attendants about breast cancer, and we talked with Dr. Lori Alphonse, Deputy Physician-in-Chief at the Lehigh Valley Topper Cancer Institute, about why this presentation is so important.
Women are affected by breast cancer at all ages, and the 2 biggest risks that any woman has for getting breast cancer are having breasts and living long enough to get it. An additional information point of view that everybody needs to know is a lot of women say, I don't have any breast cancer in my family, I'm fine, when in fact 85% of all breast cancers are environmentally related, meaning the air that she breathed, the food she ate, the water she drank, and the stress she was under.
Dr. Alphonse also informed us about what to look for when it comes to warning signs for breast cancer.
The biggest warning sign is having a screening mammography that finds a small abnormality that can be biopsied. Women should be doing breast self-exams. They know their bodies better than anybody. And having a breast lump is an indication for the need for further testing. It does not necessarily mean she has breast cancer.
We also got the opportunity to talk to Dr. Luke Rodriguez, who is a new addition to the oncology team, who talked a little bit about the topic he presented on today.
So our topic was kind of just looking at the basic history of breast cancer and breast disease, how things have evolved from when they were first documented until kind of how things are transitioning to nowadays being less aggressive and allowing women to still maintain their identity as being women.
President of the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, Mary Malone, hopes that people took some of the great information of this presentation home with them.
So obviously education, connection, and having a phone number that they could reach out to at Lehigh Valley Health Network.
The luncheon took place today at the Sand Springs Country Club in Drums from noon to 1 p.m. Wilkesburg Township Police are investigating a retail theft that took place at Old Navy. Officers say the 2 women pictured stole over $500 worth of clothes from the store. The suspects then left the store without paying for the clothes and fled the area. If you have any information about the crime or the whereabouts of the suspects, you are asked to contact the Wilkes-Barre Township Police at 570-760-0215. And that does it for the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest news and updates on our YouTube, Facebook, or at our website at wylntv.com. Stay with us for a look at the weather.